Welcome to Marshal Matters, your podcast for all things motorsports from the trackside. With Sean and Taylor, your friendly local marshals.
Well, Sean, did you watch the Masters this weekend?
Of course I watched the Masters this weekend.
Who did you have? Did you bet on anybody?
I did. I had some guys going in. Honestly, on the final day, the guy who I was rooting for, who I had the money on, who I was like, okay, maybe he can actually make something of it, would be a great story, was Shane Lowry.
Yes. Would have been so good.
And obviously I also took Nick Taylor, I think, on stupid long shot odds. And he didn't have a terrible tournament, but Sunday he just fell apart. So yeah. It was a fun Masters. I enjoyed it. I want to get back out golfing now.
Yeah, I know. Almost. I think Connor's course is opening next Friday.
Ooh.
So almost. But I had my bets on a back-to-back for Rory McIlroy, and I was very thrilled that
that's why you wanted to start this way. Okay, no, it's fair. I'm you never ever want to start talking about other sports, and you never want to talk about betting. So I'm like, why the fuck are you bringing this up? Okay, makes sense. You actually got it right, and you want to brag. No, it's fine. It's cool.
I got it right. Connor got it right. So he had a bet with his head pro at work, and now he's owned a beard. The head pro had Cam Young.
That's a good pick.
Didn't work out.
No, that was a good pick.
It was a good pick, but Master Sunday, time-honored tradition. What a good weekend.
I don't win money in betting on golf. I win money betting on motorsports. That's how I do it. So I'm okay that I lost. I don't expect to win. I didn't win this week for motorsports either, but
I was just about to ask. We did have one race.
No,
we did have NASCAR.
I did not.
Did you have Gibbs?
No, of course not.
Oh, I will say I was at Boston Pizza watching the Masters, and they also had NASCAR on the TV, so I was able to kind of watch both. Didn't catch the end of the NASCAR race when Ty Gibbs won, but I kind of saw the how everything went and. Couple of cautions, just a few cautions.
Yeah, it was a pretty standard Bristol race. I feel like it's not anything too exciting. It's kind of is what it is. So, yeah. But to start off talking about, I guess, races of the week, we'll start talking NASCAR. And yeah, Ty Gibbs finally wins. And I didn't bet on him, but we can definitely say I called this because I said he's going to get his win.
That's true. I feel like we started this season when we talked about NASCAR and the upcoming season. You said I think Ty Gibbs is going to get one this year.
I think in the last 2 weeks we said that. I'm he is going to get. I think so because I know statistically for most career NASCAR drivers are allowed to get young guys up and coming. The first win happens in your first I think it's 110 races. It's between the 100 and 110 is when these guys usually get their first win, which is why I thought on Gibbs getting his win last year. Okay, he's in that 100 race range, he'll probably get his win. He didn't, but he has started off this year really strong, and yeah, finally gets his win. And I think honestly, I'm kind of happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go over Gibbs quickly, in the last 6 races, his worst finish is 6th.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Besides the roulette wheels that are the super speedway races, he's been one of the best guys in the sport. So for him to finally get that win at Bristol, I think, there definitely is a Toyota advantage, I think, this year. I think the Toyotas are the best right now. And I think he can throw his name in the hat to maybe be championship caliber. I know it's saying a lot. I get that. I totally do. To say, what do you mean Gibbs is championship caliber? In this new era of non-playoff NASCAR,
but that's not wild to say because points matter again.
Exactly.
Where winning a race and getting those points, it actually matters this year. Thank goodness. So who knows? I mean, I guess with the format, it would have been like win and you're in, but now it's.
But even looking at the standings right now in NASCAR with the current point format, the top 5 in the points are all your top 5 people who have won.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're seeing the best drivers rise to the top. Obviously, Reddick's won 4, which is nuts already. He's up there at number 1. But then you have Blaney, you got Hamlin, you got Gibbs, and you have Elliott, who are your top 5. They've all won.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's nuts saying, like, Gibbs winning obviously shows there is something going on with the Toyotas. They're doing well. And I would not have bet at the beginning of the year that we are, 7 races in? 8 races in? And Christopher Bell is the worst Toyota driver of, like, the top 6, like, Toyota guys.
Which is crazy.
Yes!
That is so crazy.
He's having an up and down year. He needs to turn it around to get back up there. But again, you have 6 of your top 10
he's not
are
having
Toyotas.
a good year.
He's still 9th in points. Like, he's still the best top 9. Like, it's stupid. That's a bad year. So,
yeah.
If you're looking at the standings this year, it already looks like this is a Hendrick versus Toyota's year.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's kind of fun. And I'm here for it. And again, back to Ty Gibbs. I'm happy he wins. I think that's good for him. I think he was a guy who's gotten a lot of shit, especially last year. There were some question marks at the beginning of the season. It's like, where is this guy? Remember how there was he hadn't finished, I think, in the top 10 for the first,
mm-hmm.
I think it was 6 races last year.
Yeah.
He's not finishing outside the top 6 the last 6 races. So, yeah, maybe Gibbs took a little to get there, but he's found it, and he's putting in the performances, and he's doing well, and he finally got that win. And honestly, good for him.
Yeah. No, I agree. Good for him. I mean, he's been in the sport for a long time, so it's nice to see him get his first one.
Yeah, I agree. Tooth also agrees. Thank you, boy.
Thank you, Toothless.
Yeah. In terms of other things that took place this weekend on the track racing, besides just NASCAR, was it the GT World Challenge that saw?
Oh, was that the one with 1 million cars, and usually the GT Challenge doesn't get a big field, but the field was absolutely crazy.
Something like that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Peter was showing me a clip. I'm assuming it was that.
Yeah, it was that, and it was that was the one that Lance Stroll was, doing like Max Verstappen, going and trying out GT racing. And
well, maybe he's also lost interest in F1.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I will say, the reason I want to talk about this is because one, Stroll's team did terrible, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the stuff out of there and how bad they did?
No.
Okay, let me see if I can find it quickly.
My algorithm did not feed this to me.
No, that's fair. Basically what happened was, I think Stroll his whole team had 100 and something seconds of penalties or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Stroll had 115 seconds of penalties.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair,
115?
It was not his fault. So, because it's endurance racing and you're racing as part of a team, the team had, I think it was a penalty for avoidable contact in the first part of the race. Then they had an ignoring blue flags penalty. And then when Stroll got in the car, he got hit with, I guess, all their track limit violation penalties. So he had to do a stop for that one. And then he also later got a blue flags penalty. To be fair.
Oh, boy.
According to some, GT journalists, they were saying that Stroll was one of the fastest guys out there. So it makes sense for ignoring blue flags when it's what do you mean blue flags? I'm pulling away from these guys. But your team was already so in the hole because the other guy is screwed up. So, like, it was great. The internet can go, hey, look, Lance Stroll sucks. Ha, 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 ha. But at the same time, like, it's just low-hanging fruit. And it's very low effort to be like, oh, look, he's bad. But it's like, okay, what if he's not actually that bad? Which really, I feel like, has been Stroll's case his entire career. It's always, oh, look, Stroll bad, ha, ha. Not really.
Yeah, Stroll bad, haha. Not really, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's easy to hate. I get it. Billionaire son, all that. But, like...
Okay, but, like... How many of those are in racing? Like, you basically have to come from money to make it in any of the big racing series. Like, F1... I mean, IndyCar to a degree. You at least have to have, like, some money.
His dad owns the team.
Okay, but how many? What about Colton Herta and Brian Herta? Like, what about all of the other people in motorsports who have been in motorsports for a long time and their sons have been on their teams? Like, it's a common thing.
Just motorsports is nepotism. It is.
Exactly. It's the whole sport. Like, let's be real here. I find the Stroll hate to be just kind of ridiculous at this point.
Absolutely. I agree. It's totally ridiculous. Like, why do we have to keep beating this dead horse of a guy who's, I would just say, fine on the grid? He's not exceptional. He's not terrible. I put him in, like, the same category I put, like, an Albin, a Gasly, like Ocon. All those guys, like, they're fine. They're seat fillers. Mm-hmm. That's what Bottas was for so many years until he got into the top team and then won a couple races. But he's not a top talent. He wouldn't say he's a top talent, I bet. But there are guys who are competent, who can go put in the work, put in the laps, and race in F1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guarantee if you took half of these guys and just dropped them into an F1 session, they probably don't do as well.
No.
And, like, he got, like, no practice and gets basically thrown into a GT race. Go ahead. You can always find in motorsports criticisms of a driver. Always.
Oh, always. Always.
It's so much harder to actually be like, hey, that's a positive thing they did. Like, there's a strong thing there. They did this well, did this. This timing is good compared to this. Like, it's so much harder to actually find positives in motorsports, but it's so much easier when all you do is look at a scoring and timing page. And, like, we can say, like, when we're at the track, you know that, damn, that guy is slow. But the way he places the car, or she, should just say he, the way they place the car through a corner is great because no one can get by them. Like, it's that talent where you can also not be the fastest, but also not be the slowest.
Yep.
Like,
there's multiple. Exactly. There's multiple ways to be good at racing. It's not just about speed. If you have all the speed in the world and you don't know how to defend your position, are you really that talented?
Not to mention,
speed is also relative.
Yeah, but also, what has Stroll's, like, number one stat been, like, the last, like, 5 years in F1?
Yeah.
It's like most spots gained on opening lap. Yeah, because he sucks at qualifying his position, but he still knows where to put the car and make moves in a tight field.
Yeah. He's a fantastic starter, but, like, and the other thing, too, is that I feel like a lot of people lose the fact that, like, to a degree, yes, it is your talent and all of that, and I get that, but a lot of it is also the machine that you're working with. Like, a lot of it still has to do with the car. And if your car is crap, well, you're not going to do well.
Also, in GT racing and an endurance setting like this, it's even more so because you got to set up a car for 3 people. It's not just set up for your own preferences. So you have to make compromises in the setup. It's like, I want this. Well, I want this. Okay, how do we balance this out? So I think it's a little too easy to hate on Stroll. Anyway, he did his race, his team sucked, yada yada, but I just kind of want to be like, really, internet, like, did we really have to go through this? Like, like, yeah, like, technically Stroll at least was classified for a race and, you know, didn't get disqualified unlike Verstappen, but no, we can't make that joke. So if you're only judging based on the paper at the end of the race, like there's so much you can get into on that. But
yeah.
Anyway, that was the other big race of the weekend, really. Last thing of, I guess, on-track / off-track news was did you see the video of the Aston Martin Batmobile thing people were calling it online?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I'll pull it up for you.
I saw this on our notes, and I was like, what in the heck is this Aston Martin Batmobile thing?
So someone basically found this. Aston Martin was testing this car out on, I guess, one of their tracks. And yeah, like it's an Aston Martin Frankencar.
Frankencar.
You'll get it exactly the second I show you this. I'm saying it to you right now. So,
what are you sending it to me on?
I'm sending it to you on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, as all good people do. I'm 40 totally. Or I guess it would be 50 now. Maybe it's 50. You know, the boomer Facebook.
Oh, yes. Okay. Apologies.
You
No,
did see this?
Peter did show me this.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was looking at, but yes.
Yeah, so some kind
Weird.
of Aston Martin test car. It has like the front wings of like a Valkyrie and like an F1 car. It has like the rear wing of like, again, like the Valkyrie, but it's like open wheel. So there's a couple thoughts I have on this car. One, they are apparently developing it. The rumor is that this is being developed for Goodwood. So So you might actually see it then in the summer.
It?
Apparently.
Okay, I'll have to keep you posted if it is.
If it is,
if I see it, I'll let you know.
I need you to get a photo touching it and just send that, okay? Just with a hand on the car. So there's the rumor that it's being something they're developing for like a show run at Goodwood. Yada yada.
Okay.
You know, but like I feel like no one's talking about the fact that, okay, so Aston Martin's allowed to build this fun ass car and just test it whenever it wants. What is Aston Martin, the F1 team, doing for the first time in like a decade this year when it comes to car development? They have to build their own gearbox.
Oh.
So,
ooh.
Don't you think it would make sense if you could also test a car for something else, but also put some knowledge into gearbox development? Because we know your car is behind on that.
Yes, that is smart.
I think it's a double whammy here.
Some crazy stuff. Oh, yeah.
I definitely think, like, you can throw a fucking car together. Yeah, sure, whatever. But there's always an ulterior motive. You're not just building that for the hell of it. You wouldn't waste resources within your garage, within your factory, to build that Aston Martin, whatever it is, without having some kind of, I guess, ulterior motive. So I think that this Aston Martin Frankencar Batmobile thing, I do hope I hope you do get to see it at Goodwood in the summer.
I hope so. That would be so fun.
I think it's something that they're doing to basically gain knowledge that you may have lost over the last decade in not having to do it. So I think that's a pretty fun thing we saw this weekend. Definitely weird. Definitely not on anyone's, I guess, radar. So that's
I don't know, man.
Pretty much all the fun on-track stuff we saw this week. So now we can talk about the fun off-track stuff, which I think brings us to our biggest story of the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Massive bomb.
So, and that bomb is that GP, what's his actual name again?
Gianpiero Lambossi?
Sure. Anyway, Max Verstappen's race engineer was announced that he is leaving Red Bull to join McLaren in 2027?
Yes, so GP is officially leaving Red Bull at the end of 2027.
Is he leaving 2027 or joining McLaren in 2027?
I think he's joining McLaren in 2028.
Okay, he is joining to be head of race engineering in 2028. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. I want to talk about this because I have a theory.
I mean, I think everyone is thinking exactly what you're thinking, so I don't think this is a far-off theory.
Okay. Yeah, I think he has some insider knowledge that Max is probably either leaving Red Bull or leaving F1 entirely at the end of his contract. Because after, like, the timing matches up, right?
Yep.
So I think he has some, like, I think he's probably had a conversation with Max, especially with how vocal Max has been with the regulations. And I think probably just like having conversations about like where he's at in terms of his racing career and what he wants to do. So I think he has some insider knowledge that Max will be leaving at the end of his contract. Whether we see him on another team on the grid, who knows?
You're a lot nicer about this than I am. In my opinion, this all but confirms that Max Verstappen will be leaving Red Bull. His F1 career is coming to an end. He may go back in the future, but I think at this point, GP leaving is a signal that Max will also be leaving. They've said in the past they would only both leave Red Bull together.
Mm-hmm.
So if one's not there, the other's not going to be there. We know Red Bull has basically lost all leadership positions. Like everyone in positions of leadership have basically moved on in the last 5 years. I think GP is one of the last guys still there. With him being gone, I don't see a reason. I don't know if he's the reason Max will leave or if Max the reason he's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think by maybe even at the end of this year, Max is gone.
Yeah, I think it's just like clear he's done. I think he's been so vocal with his dislike of the new cars and the regulations. And I think his kind of commitment to like endurance racing and the Nordschleife.
The Max Verstappen sim racing. I don't know if we talked about that before. Yep. He renamed, was it Team Redline? He bought it out and became Max Verstappen sim racing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think his career is just taking a different turn. And I think you're right. I think this all but confirms it.
Yeah. Now, on the GP from McLaren's side, I think it makes sense for him to move there. You know, it's still, I guess, an English team. You know, you're not having to travel, I guess, too far. Like, you're not going like a Ferrari or like a Mercedes where you may have to do a little more factory work somewhere else. I think it's a smart move to go to them. They very much could be a top team by then.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're the head of race engineering there, like it's a good position. It's a good step up in terms of race engineer to, I guess, some form of, higher management role.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes sense, really, that if you're going to leave Red Bull and you are going to say, okay, we're done here, Max, have a good or endurance racing career, I'm going to go join the Papaya Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Which, or again, over the last 5 years, yeah, if you're not going to Mercedes, the next best option besides Red Bull would be McLaren.
Yeah. Agreed. No, I think it's a great landing spot for him. So there's really like nothing else I can say. Like it's a step up for him. So I wish him the best, honestly, in his next phase of his career in 2028, which it seems like so far away still. But I'm just interested to see when we're going to find out that Max is done.
That's the big thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2028, it's less than 2 years away. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, sit on that one for a second. Just think of that.
I don't want to think of that.
So.
Ugh, aging. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the biggest news of the week is the GP stuff. I'm like, really, what that means for F1 and for Max Verstappen's future. And I think we all know where it's going. No one's saying that exactly, but
I don't understand how people aren't saying that because it's so clear. It's not F1.
The signs. Do you see the signs? Anyway. Other news this week that also kind of affects you.
Yes.
So the F2 schedule has been fixed because they have announced they were taking their races to Miami and Montreal, right?
Yes, Miami and Montreal. My days got so much better in Montreal, let me tell you. It was not looking good.
Really? It wasn't?
No, it was going to be F1 and F1 Academy, and that's it.
Oh, there's no Porsche Cup?
I don't think so.
Like,
maybe there is, and, we haven't seen the schedule yet, but in terms of, support series, it was, as far as I know, F1 Academy. Which is great, and they're going to have, 3 races, which is awesome. But the time would have been filled with the, paddock pass VIP laps of the track in the truck.
That sucks.
So, what? I'd have to watch, rich people go around the track, 3 hours in between races. Anyway, so exciting that F2 is coming. I am positively thrilled. Very excited. I'm way more excited for F1 now that F2 is coming.
That's fair.
However, this also means that Colton Herta has to choose between F2 and the Indy 500.
Yeah, and he's already basically said he's going to be doing F2. And Andretti said they're not going to field that 4th car now.
Yeah.
So now the issue is with F2 moving, Indy cars may not have 33 cars, or there might be just get 33. There might be no bumping, which is less fun, to be honest.
Yeah. But kind of it does. It has repercussions across a couple of series.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting move.
For F2, starting on that, I think that's a really good move to bring those races to Miami, to Montreal. Those are places that are relatively stable. You're not going to have any issues. Montreal could be a really fun wet race.
Yeah. Montreal is a really fun track. I think F2 is going to be chaotic.
I think so, yeah.
I think we're going to have some chaos.
I agree. But it's a new track for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun. And it just makes sense. If you're going to replace those lost Middle East races, you want to get them recovered as soon as you can in the schedule. And it just makes sense to put the next 2 races coming up for F1. Just move them on over there. And yeah, if it means more on-track action for you in Montreal, that's fantastic. And then for, what's it called? Miami, yeah, sure, they can get F2 race too. Less relevant there. Let's talk about us.
Less relevant there. Also, that track sucks.
Yes, go for Rexy. Go for Rexy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
See? Oakley's a Rexy fan.
Are you a Rexy fan? She's like, I just am exploring.
That was funny. I just see the dog in the background looking at the Rexy. It's like, yes, do it. Anyway, yeah. So, for IndyCar, yeah, it kind of sucks that you may be losing a potential top driver who is a fan favorite and also may not have a replacement for him.
I mean, you're not talking to a Herta fan here, so...
Why don't you like Colton Herta?
I think he's vastly overrated. I don't think he has the talent to be in F1, so I think this whole thing is kind of ridiculous anyway. People have been going on about how great Colton Herta is. I don't think he has really showed. He's not an Alex Palou. No, you're not getting Rexy.
Back to my damn comment earlier of it's so easy to be negative about a driver and not to see positives. You're telling me you don't think Colton Herta's a talent for F1?
No. I've said this for years. Why are you shocked?
And yet people who leave F1, who are midfield back of the pack, have gotten their ass kicked by Herta in other series.
Yeah, sure. But F1 is a completely different series.
Yes, but again, Herta's doing it right.
Dude, we're going to agree to disagree on this one. I'm just surprised you're shocked by this because I have been like
I know
Herta.
You hate Herta, but my point being is when Herta gets to F1 next year.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Are you going to be like, oh, 11th place finish. He shouldn't even be there. Like, you're not going to be satisfied unless he wins.
No, I'm going to be like, wow, 22nd. That sounds about right.
See, Oakley also agrees there too. Oakley
agrees with me.
Yeah, you have exactly. You've converted her to be her to hater, and that's not cool.
Oh well.
But it is what it is. I get it, but I still would have liked Herta to at least done the 500, doing the F2 schedule, coming over, running the 500, doing all that stuff. It's fun. It's good when people get out of their one discipline and go into the other. Okay, as for the Indy 500, if the 500 only has 33 cars and doesn't get a bump day, do you think that affects the quality of the Indy 500?
I don't know.
Personally,
I don't know.
I think it does.
How so?
I think the Indy 500 is better with the stakes of not being able to make it. I think most motorsports is better. See, Oakley agrees again. See, thank you, Oakley. There is something about showing up to a track and having to prove you belong there that not many series get anymore. So when IndyCar has to basically put out their 33 fastest drivers, it's important to know that if you're not one of those 33, you have the chance to go home. Like, if it's just 33, you can just phone it in, not try your hardest, because you know you're going to make the show. And that puts on a worse performance, I think. The stakes aren't there. And so much of motorsports also is building of narratives. As the month of May goes on, who's fast, who's not, who's at risk, that's all part of the narrative weave that excites people for a race. When you don't have that, I think it hurts a race.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like, without the stakes of not being able to make it, it does get a little bit less exciting when everybody gets to start. So I get what you're saying. I do still think, though, that the Indy 500 is going to be a great race and it's going to be exciting. How we get there is another story, but
I agree. It will be a good race. I think that is completely not debatable.
Yeah.
My worry is just that does it get the hype it deserves without talking about bump day, without talking about guys going home, all these things that go into a month of May. If you don't have that, does that hurt the race? Not to mention, the race goes up against the Canadian Grand Prix.
Well, not really, though, because the Canadian Grand Prix is going to start an hour after the Indy 500, I think.
They're in the same
time. Or,
time
right
window,
after.
Though. Yeah.
No, the F1 race is starting at 4.
Okay, fair enough. I think Indy starts at 12:30, I want to say. Okay.
Yeah, so the Indy 500 is going to end, and then F1's going to start, is how I think they're trying to plan it.
It's definitely going to be a great day. I'm going to be watching so much that day. Yeah, that'll be fun. But anyway,
I'll be on my corner, just got a little stream.
You'll be watching Colton Herta in person. I'll get to watch the 500. You know what? Thanks for making the sacrifice so you can take care of Coles and Herta so that I can enjoy an Indy 500. You know what? Really, really good on you, Taylor.
Wow. Okay.
How the tables have turned.
On that note, it sounds like you have a hot take. What's your hot take?
Okay, I have a hot take for this week that I put in the notes. I just said Sean has hot take. Okay, so can you do me a favor and look up Louis Foster's car for this weekend for Long Beach? So I saw this car today for the 45 for his Long Beach. And it looks like they are rocking it's a Desnuda, actually I don't know how to pronounce that, tequila car. Do you see it?
No.
Okay, I'm saying it to your Instagram then.
Yeah, send it to me on Insta.
I just sent it to you. So, this livery actually got me thinking. Looking at this. You know what I cannot stand anymore when it comes to motorsports liveries? Again, this may be Old Man Yells at Cloud, but I hate asymmetrical liveries. This
Do
is
you?
Like the Louis Foster. This is the what's it called? Cadillac F1 livery. There's been several, I guess, NASCAR ones, IndyCar ones. I don't like these cross-body diagonal liveries. It's just
it's ugly. It's really ugly. It's also like, I'm not gonna lie, the black and white scheme to me is so bland.
Show me,
I don't like it.
But show me an iconic, non-symmetrical livery.
I don't think that they exist.
There's one I can think of, but it's iconic for the worst ways.
Yeah,
it's the BAR-01 from 1999 for F1. The fucking it was the zipper car where they literally had one half was it Lucky Strikes, the other half was like what was it 555. It's the zipper car, but you know what? That worked because it was terrible.
Fair enough.
But they still did it like symmetrically, like up the middle of the car. So it was a half one, half the other. It kind of worked. And like they just contrast and they were ugly. Again, it's the only iconic asymmetrical livery. There's nothing else out there that looks good that's asymmetrical.
No, it's never a good concept. I feel like there are just better ways to do a car livery.
Yes. Yeah. All the iconic car liveries, all the greatest ones ever are symmetrical.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't think that this is a hot take.
I just see so many people talking about it and like saying, "Oh, it's so great, yada yada," but like, it's really not.
Nah, I think we say that they have bad taste.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's another terrible asymmetrical livery that I've always hated. The Jaguar Formula E livery. Another one that just looks awful.
Asymmetrical car liveries are just not it. They're not it.
They can be it if you like dazzle the absolute ever fuck out of it. So like it's just not, it's like not anything. There are some examples where you can do it, but yeah, it's just, I hate it. It annoys the hell out of me.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for appreciating my hot take on the matter. And yeah, I guess all we have then to talk about is Long Beach this weekend.
Yep, Long Beach is this weekend. IndyCar is back.
IMSA's back. IndyCar and NASCAR is at Kansas. So, quite a bit to go over for, I would say, those three. Start with NASCAR first. You got a prediction for NASCAR?
I think Bell makes a comeback.
Okay, I'm gonna say Kyle Larson.
Okay, fair enough.
It is what it is. On the other side for IMSA and for IndyCar for Long Beach. You want to try to double it up? See if we can, whoever's closest?
IMSA and IndyCar?
I don't know. Why not?
Okay, IndyCar Pillow. And IMSA Porsche Penske.
Okay.
Felipe Nasser.
Okay, I'm going to say IMSA. We're going to have Cadillac.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to say IndyCar is Pato O'Ward.
Okay. That is a very interesting take. I love it.
I'm taking it back. I'm not going to go Pato O'Ward. I'm going to go Will Power.
Now that is a wild card.
I don't think it is. It's a street circuit. It's Andretti and it's Power.
Nice.
Okay. I'm confident Will Power. I'm trying to find the odds right now to lock it in. I'm not going to
lie. Live betting right here.
I can't. It's not available yet. Okay, fine. So anyway, I'm saying Will Power.
Okay, I like it.
Thank you.
I'm still going with Pillow.
Yeah, that's the smart choice, but
we'll see.
Anyway, I think that's all we got for this week then. Okay, fantastic. Okay, we'll be back next week then. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for listening to Marshal Matters. If you enjoyed the show, remember to leave a rating and a comment, and also follow so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in motorsports, the easiest way to do so is by marshalling at your local track. Join our cult.